Hey everybody, it's Matt. I'm excited to do this one. This is the Chamberlain myQ Smart Garage Video Keypad, now available at Best Buy and online at bestbuy.ca. Reason I'm excited? Well, we're a Chamberlain household. I've gone through 2 of their remote garage door openers through different generations over the last 10 years. We now have the full garage door opener with the Wi-Fi camera. You might have seen recently that I had also done the Chamberlain IP camera. So this is one that I've had my eye on for a little while. My daughter's getting a little bit older, and sometimes the school bus drops off a little bit early before I can pick her up, and they just drop off pretty well by our doorstep. So this is something that I've been looking at to maybe give her some remote access into the house, and she doesn't have a phone yet while I'm driving home. So like I said, excited to take a look at this one. Let's unbox it and let's get it set up. So let's put that aside. The camera itself does have an IP rating of 5.5, which means that it's built to withstand the rain. You can't submerge it, but it can definitely withstand the rain, a little bit of water. So this is the back side. You'll notice that there's no battery here. Taking a bit of creative license here, I took the battery out to charge it. The battery life, I'm not sure of, but I know the battery takes between 8 and 10 hours to charge. So that is the camera itself. And it's pretty straightforward from here. That looks like the mounting bracket. And there's the charge cable. I mean, it's your standard mini USB here. So I've already got one of those downstairs. And then some screws and things. So I'm going to wait till the battery charges. We're going to set it up inside the house because I suspect it probably wants you to set things up before you actually physically mount it. And then we're going to set the rest of it up outside. Setting up this entire thing is pretty easy. Make sure you download the Chamberlain app from the App Store and set up an account. If you're an existing Chamberlain user, just scan the QR code on the included paper, and it'll take you straight to setting the keypad up. You might need to get on a ladder if you have an older Chamberlain opener, but a Wi-Fi enabled one will sync up pretty easily. You'll need to feed it your Wi-Fi password in the process. Most of it will pretty well set itself up with guided LED lights along the way to make sure you know what's right and what isn't as you set things up. You'll probably have to run a firmware update as well, and all this should probably take you about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, we're outside. I'm going to show you how to use the keypad before we mount it to probably over here somewhere. I have my friendly helper, Charlotte, who is filming for me. We're going to figure out a nice spot for this to go so that you can access it and be able to use the keypad, okay?
Yep.
So first thing that we're going to do is we key in the PIN number. Obviously, I'm not going to show you what my PIN number is. And then you hit the home button here and it opens your garage. And once that's open, if you're coming in from the other side, for example, and you're out here wanting to close the garage door, even simpler, just hit the home button here and it'll close the garage door. Now that we're set up and you know how things basically work, everything else is pretty straightforward. Your sensitivity settings are about the biggest question mark you're going to have, and that's what'll determine how long your battery life lasts before you have to charge it. So I'll tell you what I did and then go straight to Chamberlain's answer on battery life. The front of my home is pretty high traffic this time of year since we have a park 2 doors down from us and our neighbors and the neighborhood kids are constantly coming and going from it. I've had it set on the highest settings possible since I installed it, and it triggers about 12 to 15 incidents a day. So that's where we'll take a look at battery life. According to Chamberlain support, here's how your battery life is determined. A quiet household, which is fewer than 10 events a day, 3 months of battery life. Typical household, 10 to 30 events a day, 2 months of battery life. A busy household, which is over 30 events a day, 1 month of battery life. So I fall into the typical bracket right now, so I should expect to have to charge this every 2 months. I'm going to show you throughout what construes an incident, and you'll be able to see a good idea of how far away the person detection works and what triggers recordings. By the way, if you like, Chamberlain does sell extra batteries if you'd like to swap out to ensure that you have continuous coverage. Remember, it does take about 8 to 10 hours to charge the battery. Once you're set up and your camera is mounted to the bracket, everything else sets up inside the app. You can allocate PIN numbers to anybody and set expirations to be anywhere from hours to an entire year. I've set a PIN up for my visiting mother-in-law and daughters so far, and it's pretty straightforward and a very, very easy process. Every time somebody attempts to use the keypad, you'll get notified whether it was successful or not. If it is, you'll see the name of the person whose PIN was used. If it's not, You're told there was an incorrect pin attempt, and you can immediately open the app to access a live video feed and the camera's two-way communication system. I think it'd be really cool if they told you whose approximate pin was attempting to be pressed, in case it was close to somebody's, but I do like the fact that you get notified with every attempt regardless. In addition, somebody using the keypad can access two-way communication with you by pressing the phone button and engage in a discussion with you in real time. The camera films at a 160-degree wide angle. However, one thing to keep in mind is that the mounting bracket is on an angle, so you're going to have to face it in the direction of where you'd feel most incidents would originate. In my case, you'll also see that I have a security camera on the other side of the garage already. If you look at the top right-hand corner of the screen while I'm showing you these incidents, you'll see a camera mounted to the wooden bracket already. Everybody also drives up to our place from the direction the keypad's facing, so it made the most sense for me. The camera records day and night and flawlessly and moves from night vision to color recording, as you can see. You can turn this off if you like, but I'm okay with the auto settings where it'll move back and forth between. By the way, the keypad is illuminated too, so you can see what you're keying in the dark, so that's good. There's no cap on the amount of time the video will film, by the way, though it seems to be driven specifically by when there's motion detected. Videos will range from 10 seconds to longer than that, and I think the longest one I've had show up in my feed was about a minute long. So here's the farthest detection recording we got. In this case, we were getting dropped home, and it picked us up from quite a distance away, as you can see. My one and only gripe about this is the same gripe that I have about most Chamberlain products, and it's not the keypad itself. The keypad's great. It's the cost of cloud storage. Cloud storage is $5 a month or $60 a year for a 7-day period, or $14 a month and $140 if paid annually for a rolling 30-day coverage. That's more than the cost of the keypad itself right now. And again, I maintain it's a lot for just your garage. Although I have 2 Chamberlain products now, and it makes the cost a little easier to swallow since the subscription can be shared by both devices, I'm still not quite sold at that price point. I think I'd jump in personally if I were looking at subscriptions in the $30 range for 7-day access and $50 for a 30-day sub, but $140 again, a little bit much to swallow. Subscription is mandatory though if you want to access video recording features and abilities on a regular basis. When your 30-day trial is over, you'll still get full keypad access, two-way calling, notification alerts, and live streaming, so quite a bit, but the thumbnail images and the notifications and all video recording capabilities are disabled until you activate a new subscription. Still, this product is great bang for the buck. It's a lot cheaper than most smart locks, and if you have a Chamberlain garage door opener, I do think this is a must. This jumps up the list to my second favorite Chamberlain product, of course right behind my garage door opener itself. Couple last notes. Number one, this is the battery housing that I was talking about at the beginning of the video that wasn't there when I was off charging the battery. This is what it looks like. It clips on like this. Some models, maybe the older models, I've seen mention of a swivel mount. This one didn't come with a swivel mount, so just know that this one has the curved mount that I spoke about earlier. This is the Chamberlain myQ Smart Video Keypad, now available at Best Buy and online at bestbuy.ca. Click the link below for the written review and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.